Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sea. Okay then. So I'm trying to remember where the hell were we headed with our Sphinx Stone. It was somewhere southish. Objective ambition. Here we go. To the Grand Geode. The uses of the stone are mysterious, so where must you take it? Okay. So it's somewhere down south. Well, let's head south then, and let's stick to the coastline as much as possible. So that was the implication I got from what she was saying earlier. So at least we're getting close to having a full crew. That's useful. Yeah, we still need a cook. But, now what are you? You're not engaging me automatically, so I'll assume you're friendly. Yeah, tramp steamer. I have no particular interest in fighting you, so I will just let you go. You, on the other hand, I will target with all haste. Crew needs some good eatings tonight. God damn it. They maneuver improbably well. Sound the all clear. Let's pick up that body and let's eat it. Good, because that basically saved us an entire supply. Damn it. Annoying little pests. They are actually smart enough to deliberately get round behind you, aren't they? They're not smart enough to avoid engaging you in the first place. But, then again, I'm sure I've been swarmed to death by them before. Yeah, failed a challenge. Oh well. Okay, the fuel situation is less than brilliant. Particularly as I have no bloody clue where I need to go. May 2nd, 1888. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antenna impertinently. Let's keep us close to the coastline, Coxswain. Coxswain's a thing, right? I don't know naval stuff. Mr. Sigil Ridden Navigator? Couldn't it assign them a name? Or even if it just gave them a random pool of names to draw from, rather than just calling them, you know, Sigil Ridden Navigator. Damn it. I love the fact that we'll probably automatically feature a firefight. All clear. Get us over to it and butcher it. Let's hang on to those supplies as much as possible. Another critter down here. See its wake. Okay, Gianotti Harbour. Don't need to go there. Though the fuel situation is not good. If we have to stop in on the way back, we can, I assume. I hope. Not we're buggered. Probably not knowing how far south I need to go. Damn it, that Sphinx Stone run was going so well. So much easy money. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. Coil of rope has stung a stoker and his fellows beat it to death. They're under the hand of the Iron Republic. Well, at least we can stop in. Right, yeah, got very itchy for a second there. So, I feel like we must have a few secrets now. Yeah, 2 secrets. Aye, supply engineer, what will you do? Increase your veils. Okay, let's invite him to dine with you. Thanks for the meal and the company. No wine, it makes me sleepy. Oh yes, I can sleep. Too easily. That's the problem. He hesitates. There's a draft I take nightly to substitute for sleep. Works well enough, keeps me sane and upright, but I wish I could enjoy just one night's sleep. If you could help me. We need a clayman from Polyrhythmine. We'll need a mirror catch box, and we'll need to go to Hunter's Keep. I'll explain when we get there. No, I'm serious, I'd owe you a great deal. Mirror catch boxes are rarely sold in London, but can be found elsewhere. Oh, that tells me nothing. Speak to our first officer who can increase our mirrors. Mirrors is, yeah, deception. We could do with increasing our mirrors. We only gain +1 mind for for an entire secret, which seems a bit stingy to me. What the hell? Are you seriously telling me you expect me to fight that? 'Cause I ain't doing it. Sound the all clear. Pull us into dock. Need 70 terror, which we don't have. Engage an officer and an irrepressible cannoneer. Nope, sorry, we need to save the money. Substantially increases iron as opposed to the +1 iron we get from her. IO's Ayla's time ashore, which would be most of our money. Market of Hungers. Okay, let's compile a port report. Gained a tale of terror. And let's go to the Market of Hungers. Okay, visit the shops tab. House of Pleasures. Hey, fuel's quite cheap here actually. I mean, that's most of our, that's almost all our money and most of our cargo space taken up, but let's not complain. Bale of parabola linen, which, yeah. Because one of the problems is the classic, because of the markups, even if you buy something relatively cheap somewhere, the odds are it's still going to be bloody expensive somewhere else. God, I do not want to be going anywhere near that dreadnought. That thing decides to engage me, I don't have a hope of beating it. I am going to stay very, very close to the coastline. And try not to bother it. So where the hell is this place I'm meant to be going? She said down south, didn't she? Yeah, okay. To the Grand Geode. Yeah, that's not very helpful. It doesn't tell me where the hell the Grand Geode is. Oh, for the ability to buy a map of the sea. Better get a bloody huge payoff for dropping this off. Nope, not what I was looking for. Great, That means I'm going to have to strike out and actually start searching, and I'm not sure I've got the fuel for that. Washington's Bluff. What the hell is that? Glorious Dreadnought. Yep, we're staying the hell away from him. Ooh, discover the Grand Geode. Where? Ah, so it's around here somewhere. Oh, thank God for that. If I'd had to go looking far and wide for it, that would have been a problem. What the hell are they building? That's a battle fleet, isn't it? Yeah, it's at least 4 dreadnoughts. Which probably means the Glorious Dreadnought down there belongs to these guys. So how do I dock here, and will they let me? Bother. Preferably without banging into anything like an idiot. So you guys do want your stuff, right? Because, you know, I'm here. All you need to do is tell me where you want it dropped off. Hello? Slightly creepy place. Hello? Okay, the only thing I can imagine is I've got to go in here. Let's take it slow because I'm probably about to bounce off. Nope, okay. I do actually have to go in there to dock. A naval base with the Royal Navy's emblems, curiously amended. Efficient, bright-eyed women and men work briskly everywhere you look, and they're singing hymns with unfamiliar words. Hard-faced Royal Marines watch you carefully, barring entry to the geode's heart. A plaque by the docks has been defaced with orange stain, but you can make out the original inscription. Station 5. Adjutant. Let's deliver the Sphinx Zone, because the bright-eyed sequence has sent you here, and another equally bright-eyed quartermaster awaits you in your stones. The stones? Marvellous! The bazaar is... Holy smokes, $1,000 for that one delivery. The bazaar is the enemy of our light. It's the enemy of anyone with eyes, too. Nasty, greedy, tentacled thing. Well, our light will sort it out, you'll see. Because you might have eyes. And wonderful eyes they are, too, if I might say so. This stone of yours will help, and we reward those who help us. Here, a bundle of banknotes. Here, a monograph on perception. And here. She leans forward and kisses you, once on each eyelid. As she draws back, the world has changed. We always knew the Neath was a place where the laws of the sunlit world did not apply, but now somehow you can see it. Is this chaos, or is it freedom? The quartermaster directs her labourers to pack up the stone, and the Z is quiet, and the geode glows like a lamp. Okay, so I've delivered the last load of Sphinx stone. Damn it, that was a good way to make money. Searing Enigma. Light, it's pretty. Rising Supremacy, the Dawn Machine. No longer have any Sphinx stone, but we've gained 1,000 smackaroos. And a secret. We've also gained a point in mirrors. Let's compile a port report. You take discreet notes, for the Marines are watching. So what is this place? The Commodore may be able to give you a few minutes. The Commodore shakes your hand warmly. He's a handsome, open-faced fellow in an immaculate Navy uniform, and his office is equally handsome. It overlooks the glittering interior crystal cliff, and it must be as well lit as any study in the Neath. He deflects questions about the purpose of the installation. Oh, it's classified, you know. But smilingly offers you tea, biscuits, mineralogical anecdotes. The biscuits are good, but, well, the anecdotes rather blend one into the next, and you find yourself nodding, and then you jerk suddenly awake. The Commodore is smiling and your cup is empty. You feel well, very well, a little euphoric even. Come back soon, he says softly. Yes, some menaces, yearning and burning. Memoirs, sunstroke. Purchase an element of dawn from the Commodore. The Commodore welcomes you, smiling. If I had 50 supplies and vital intelligence, bloody hell. Engage an officer. So that's a first officer. What I actually need is a cook at the moment. Are there any shops here? No. Alright then. Let's head out. Okay, so we've got 4 fuel. Okay, let's turn to head north, I think. Explore this area. Castle Clare. Can we dock there, I wonder? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh god. Oh dear god. I am not in any fit state to try and fight that. Sound the all clear and keep us away from it. Probably ought to buy more fuel in this place, because at least they sell it quite cheap. That trip damn near bankrupted us, and now I'm as rich as I've ever been. Can't complain about that. It's barely rich enough to actually afford what I need to buy, or what I want to buy anyway. Just the townhouse. Tooth-cracking treasure. A chunk of grit baked in your ship's biscuit. You crack a tooth and curse, and your crew chuckle. When the object turns out to be a diamond, small, badly flawed, but diamond nevertheless, they all hutch. Diamonds are sacred to stone, one says. Give it to the Z captain, it'll be luck for us. Well, Zayla's pray to the stone when they want home, hearth, and healing, so she's the kind of god you want on your side. No, I need cash. You gained 30 echo. That's good, that means I can spend means I can afford to buy a few points of fuel. And still that should be more than sufficient to get me back home to London. Yes, this game can be very sinister when it wants to be. You know, especially when there ain't any music. Let's stay the hell out of that giant whirlpool of death. You don't call something Adam's Doom because it's quite nice. So I have a feeling our Veil skill has done us a few favours recently, given that we spotted those ships before they seemed to spot us and move to engage. Hopefully that means they were just being nice and didn't actually want to kill us, because we would have been completely screwed if they'd wanted to. So basically they were both Dreadnought-class ships, and we're a teeny little... In fact, what the hell is this ship classification? I can never remember. Is it a frigate? Something not very big. Okay, the supply situation is not brilliant, but we are well on track for home. Well clear of any enemies. Oh, that squid has quite happily buggered off. Maybe I should go and talk to the sisters again, purely because at least they tend to give us some free supplies in exchange for some local news, which I do have at the moment. Can I afford to justify a quick swing up to Hunter's Keep? Probably. I still want to find out what's causing that sweeping light. It's got to be a lighthouse of some description. Should we go find out? Yeah. Westigan's fire. This game is deliberately very creepy. Okay, we've got a critter over there. Good, it's just an arboreal megalops. Gunners, get me a target lock. Back us off. About to charge. Good kill. Okay, people, let's butcher it for its meat. Good. So that keeps the crew well fed, saves us some supplies. I'm trying to decide if it's worth going to Hunter's Keep. It is useful having the +5 fuel efficiency, I've got to say. Now I'm just going to turn in to good old London. Nice to come home safely and with a wee bit of loot. I think I've even got 1 or 2 items in the hold that I can probably flog. Our messages. Okay, so let's start with our lodgings. Purchase an elegant townhouse, shall we? That would be literally all of our money. I'm just going to go to the shops and see what I can flog. Canvas Yard's Bandersnatch. Got our main gun, which is still pretty good. Seriously, got nothing I can sell? Seriously? I could have sworn I had something in the hold. Apparently not. Let's go visit the Admiralty. So let's hand over our thing on the Iron Republic. We've gained a fuel, some echo, and we've lost a little bit of terror. Good. Whoops. And the Grand Geode. The Grant... Yes, of course. We're generally quite well informed on that topic, but, well, since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us know what your own impressions were. The Admiralty official takes note scrupulously, but with an expression of mild terror, like a novice vivisector wincing at a scalpel. Vivisector? Vivisector wincing at a scalpel. The rest of the officers studiously busy themselves with other tasks. Again, 10 echo and a fuel. Salt lines. 20 echo and a fuel, good. Do we have an appointment? No, but we can go in anyway. Don't have any vital intelligence. Don't have a chart. Can be created from 2 pieces of strategic information or earned through spy networks and some other opportunities. Bloody hell. Okay, perhaps not. Alright then. Who else needs recruiting? Cannoneer? Nope, don't need you. I need a cook at the moment. Then I'll worry about getting additional ones. So, our lodgings. Let us purchase an elegant townhouse. You have your crew cart your things from the blind helmsman to your new address. and if anyone respectable calls, they'll pass as servants. Resting is now more expensive but more effective. Okay then, so we could visit our study, so where we can create items such as a will. But let's go see our child. And we are the child's... yeah, let's say mother. Here it is, small, warm, and apprehensively affectionate creature. Treat it gently. You may visit your child at your lodgings when you gain a free evening. You'll always get free evenings when you return to London, but here's one now. Okay, so our lodgings. Time with your family. Your sweetheart comes and goes. They have their own complicated business, but they always return to your shared home and to your child. Well, I'm going to start by sell your townhouse. Times are hard. Perhaps you should return to a simpler life. Yeah. The Seaside Mansion, which is going to cost 10,000 smackaroos. Well, let's visit our study, I think. Create a shrine to stone. You know hymns and prayers and the traditions. Perhaps believe you don't, but it'll be a comfort to the sailors. Press create a shrine of stone will increase your hearts by 7, and the shrine is an auxiliary item worth a further 7. Wow. I need 7 secrets and a captivating treasure, though. Create an anatomical cabinet. You've learned so much. Now create an object lesson that will guide you into the destruction of your enemies. Increases our iron, but we need 7 lamentable relics and some supplies and a bunch of secrets. Serene aquarium. You know the secrets of this particular specimen. Construct an environment that will display it to the best advantage. Suppose creating the aquarium will increase your mirrors. Create a monstrous almanac. You could fill whole shelves of notebooks with the secrets you've learned of the sea and its monsters, treasures and secrets. And so you will. Increase your pages. 7 secrets and 7 strange catches. Write a will. Unlocked with 200 echo. And the court of Chauncey is roaring a lion, walketh about seeking whom it may devour. Ensure it doesn't get its lion tentacles on the property when you're gone. Should you die, this will ensure that your heir retains your lodgings and any heirlooms you've accumulated. Cool. Adorn your lodgings with captivating treasures, which I don't have. This is a way to pass more money on to your next character. You can have no more than 12 heirlooms, 16 in a mansion, and you need to pay a small fee to write these treasures off in your will. Write the Song of the Sea. You have assembled a store of lore and collection of antiquities. Your knowledge of the sea rivals that of any captain in history, so you write it all down. This will create the Song of the Sea, which allows you to retire happily if you have the correct ambition, and is a pretty nifty item in its own right. Requires the cabinet, aquarium, shrine, almanac, and trophy case, which can be created here at your study. So 77 memories of distant shores, 77 sea stories, 77 tales of terror, 40 secrets, port report on Cecil, port report on Mount Palmerston, a port report on Carnsard, a port report on King Eater's Castle, a port report on Irem, 1 dread surmise, 1 shrine to the stone, 1 anatomical cabinet, 1 serene aquarium, 1 monstrous almanac, and 1 whispering trophy case. Bloody hell. As I said, this is one of those games that on a single lineage I suspect you can spend a very long time, and hey, I probably will, but again, there's a limit to how interesting I can make that in a Let's Play, so I'll probably only do a couple more parts after this, because frankly, I ran out of stuff to say quite a long time ago. In fact, would anybody mind if I actually left this Let's Play series here, because frankly, I don't think it's a very good Let's Play series. Don't get me wrong, it's an interesting game. I think there's just there is a limit to how interesting I can make this Let's Play series, so yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to call it here. If anybody has a problem with that, my apologies, but again, I do this because I think people want to watch, and frankly, I'll be amazed if anybody, really cares that much. So I will say thank you very much for watching. Review coming out on the Friday as per usual. And that does seem like a pretty decent point. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in future series.